Hello everyone. Today I will discuss in more detail the basic terms that are essential in understanding the essence of the acceptance process. The first one is attitude. Attitudes that an employee adopts are sets of beliefs and feelings in relation to specific ideas, situations, or other people. They are a mechanism which decides how the employee expresses his or her feelings. Attitude is considered a latent variable or hypothesized construct. Because it cannot be directly observed, it must be inferred from other measurable factors, and because of the nature of this construct, these factors should reflect a positive or negative evaluation of the object towards which the attitude is adopted. Attitudes have three components: the affective one, the cognitive one, and the intentional. The affective element of attitude reflects an individual's feelings and emotions caused by a specific situation or object. The cognitive component of attitude results from the knowledge a person has about the situation. The cognitive element of an attitude refers to the beliefs, thoughts, and attributes that are associated with the object towards which the attitude is adopted. In other words, it is an element of attitude resulting from the opinions or beliefs that a person has, which result from his or her general knowledge about an object. Cognition depends on the individual's perception. Perception is a set of processes by which a given individual becomes aware of and interprets information about the environment. Selective perception is particularly important for organizations, as it rejects information that is inconvenient, unpleasant, or contrary to beliefs, as well as the creation of stereotypes. Perception is closely related to another phenomenon called attribution, which is the process of observing behavior and attributing specific causes to it. The intentional element of attitude reflects the way a person expects to behave in a specific situation or towards an object. It is the tendency or intention to behave in a certain way towards an object in the short or long term. According to the theory, attitude is a function of beliefs associated with a given individual, and only they influence him. In turn, attitudes are assumed to have a dynamic or directive influence on behavior. This means that the overall evaluation of an object predisposes a person to display generally favorable or unfavorable behaviors towards the object. In particular, it is assumed that people intend to behave in a manner that is evaluatively consistent with their attitudes, and when appropriate opportunities arise, to act or at least attempt to act in accordance with these intentions. There are scientific works that postulate a causal chain in which behavior is determined by intentions to display a certain behavior. Intentions result from general evaluations or attitudes, and these attitudes are a function of beliefs associated with a given individual. After adopting the attitude, appropriate employee behavior, in our case, using or not using Six Sigma tools or eliminating waste, will be the resultant element. This is of fundamental importance for the entire change because the implementation of the Lean Six Sigma conception cannot be reduced to the mechanistic use of specific tools or improvement techniques, but should result from the desired behavior. These expected attitudes and behaviors must be absorbed by the organization and included in the company's value system. So, based on scientific evidences, it can be stated that this approach is more appropriate because it better reflects reality. So just forget about this traditional simplified knowledge you can still find in management related readings. This is really, guys, fundamental what I'm saying, so please consider this carefully. Okay? So much for the basic terms. In the next podcast, I will show a model that will describe acceptance at the individual level or possibly allow for comparison of group acceptance, and the model will be using the terms I just discussed. As always, I encourage you to read books on this subject. Hear you next time.